Hello, David Barron here. You might also know me as the Italian Jones. I hope you don't mind that very clickbaity thumbnail I have telling you about my hat. You'll hear about the hat here as you watch the video. It is 2020. It is January. I have designated this is the year of content. And so I recorded a live presentation I did with a local yoga studio. I was invited to sort of talk about hypnosis and give a presentation. There were a bunch of really great people there. And this is your opportunity to see in my presentation. I talk about hypnosis, a little bit about me. Of course, I talk about my hat. And then about hypnosis, and I actually do a hypnosis process. You'll notice that this hypnosis process is designed to sort of put people in a great starting mood for the new year. So I hope you enjoy. Take care.
Keep talking.
They're still coming.
All right, great. Okay. Who has hypnosis questions? Anybody? Okay. Well, I tell you what, people are still coming in. I want to do a little introduction here. And so, my name's David Barron. Jan and Megan did an awesome job of promoting me. This is much bigger than I anticipated. So welcome. I have a little business just a block and a half down the street called Eastern Oregon Hypnosis. Most of what I do is help people with stopping smoking, weight loss, anxiety, a lot of anxiety for some reason, and just helping people get in better habits. And one of the things I talked with Jan and Megan, and they talked about their personal quest. I thought it was really awesome. And I have a little thing that I do. It works really great at the first of the year because of the theme of it. And let me turn this down just a bit. And it's really about sort of seeing yourself in the best light for the coming year. I've been doing hypnosis for about 20 years. A couple years ago, I reconnected with a lady I knew 20 years ago and realized that I would be a fool if I didn't move all the way from New Hampshire to here to marry her. And so I agreed I'm not a fool, and I dropped everything. I had my hypnosis practice there in New Hampshire. I actually still have it. It's actually set up so that I work with people there through a teleconferencing service. It's an office I have. And of course I take clients here as well. And if anyone asks me, well, first question is what's with the hat? It's my favorite hat. That's it. I made it. It's 2 pieces of leather. I think it's really cool. And the other question is how they get started in this. As I said, I started like 20 years ago. But my interest in hypnosis started long ago when I grew up in southern Idaho, in a little rural town of Castleford. Has anyone ever heard of Castleford? Okay, if you have. Population is less than 300 people. And when you're like 10 years old in a rural town of Castleford, going to the Twin Falls County Fair is an introduction to high culture. In my mind. And of course, all I saw there at the county fair that I remembered the most is the guy who was the hypnotist. And it really appealed to my interest in a juvenile desire for control. But I kept that interest, and I kept studying it, and I worked occasionally with people without actually having an official training. One of my earlier experiments is I remember seeing the hypnotist at a stage show, and I thought, well, if I just pretended I was this guy, let's see what would happen. And I was at a party, and I said, everyone gathered around for a hypnosis show. And to my surprise, as long as I carried it out convincingly, everyone followed along. And I thought this was really cool. So about 1995, I actually got very serious about it, and I took a bunch of courses, and I did something incredibly stupid, which was I traveled to San Jose, California, to a location where I knew very little people and I had very little money to start my business. And I think I got incredibly lucky, because what happened was one of the people I worked with ran a nonprofit organization where she provided transitional housing for the homeless. I helped her lose about 40 pounds, and she comes and says, you know, I've got these clients I work with who could really benefit you. And so I got in this situation where I was helping these people who, you know, honestly, they were a lot like me, just in really unfortunate places. And one of the things that stress and anxiety and post-traumatic stress and things like that does is it makes you start to limit your resources. Even the resources you should have all the time. Resources like a sense of ambition, a sense of hope, resources like a sense of well-being and self-esteem. And so I got to work with these people and really see some incredible changes. I've done this. I also moved, as I said, across the United States to New Hampshire. For there still is a company called Positive Changes Hypnosis. They were here in Boise for a while. I worked for a couple of years for one of their branches, and then I just set out and started my own. So everyone asks me what is it like to be hypnotized? Has anyone ever done hypnosis? Ever? Okay. What was it like for you?
Just very relaxing. Really, I don't know that I really ever went under, but very relaxing.
When I'm working with somebody, you know, we all have the preconceptions based on popular culture and our personal exposures, like watching that guy at the county fair. Hypnosis is not, even though the word sleep is used, it is not sleep. You're completely aware of what's going on. In fact, my objective is to intensify your awareness, to find a resource ideally. Something you know you need. It could be a sense of self-worth, a sense of self-esteem, a sense of well-being. And to get it so present, to make it so big, to make it feel so awesome, you are entirely there with it. And then, you know, when you open your eyes, the ideal result is, what the heck was that about? You know, just beaming from ear to ear, and sometimes a tear coming out of the eye. But you know something really dramatic has happened. So it's an incredible narrowing of the attention. What was that? Is that your cell phone going off? Oh yeah, first things first. Grab your cell phones and mute them or turn them off.
She did that on purpose as a reminder.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So people ask, can anyone be hypnotized? If you have an attention span, and if you can understand and follow simple instructions, yes, you can be hypnotized, because hypnosis is it's a natural process. We go into that state all the time. If you've ever read a book or remember watching, maybe it was Star Wars for the very first time, and all of a sudden you are in this experience. You're absorbed in it. That's your attention narrowing down. And so, yes, anyone can be hypnotized. If you don't want to be hypnotized, of course, you just have to not do what I tell you. That's basically it. I'm just a tour guide through this process. I'd like to give just a couple of quick demonstrations here. So, starting off, everyone just put your thumb and your finger together, just like that. And I want you to look at that point where the thumb and the finger meet. So focus on that point. Don't look away. Don't look at me. You don't have to squeeze tightly. You just have to keep the thumb and finger together. And if you feel like looking away, then focus 10 times more on that point. I want you to remember. Remember what it's like when you have gotten super glue stuck between your thumb and finger. Remember that feeling. Focus on that feeling and look even more and more intently at it. And I want you to notice, just in this moment, feeling that feeling, focusing on that point, I want you to notice how difficult it is, almost impossible, to separate the thumb and finger. So that even though you know you're trying to separate it, they stay closed. In fact, the harder you try, the more stuck they feel. So keep trying. Okay, everyone look away from that point. Are your fingers still stuck together? You guys are going to do great. Excellent. So that's an idea of narrowing the attention. And what I want to do today is, okay, you can separate your thumb and finger. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Didn't say that. Okay, I just want to comment. First of all, thank you very much, Jan and Megan, for doing this. What I want to do is I want to introduce you guys to an idea of an ideal self. I want you to think, first and foremost, of someone that you look up to, someone that you admire, someone who has a sense of qualities that you would really appreciate. Now, you may have someone in mind, and if you don't, that's okay. You have an ideal of someone who has qualities, attributes, the virtues that you admire. And this could be a sense of confidence, it could be a sense of peace, a sense of ease in any situation. It could be really anything. It could be a sense of focus and ambition. I want you to just take a moment and isolate those values, those virtues, those attributes. When you have them in your mind, just nod your head so I can continue. Take your time. I always love it when I ask that question, because at that point, and you'll notice this, the eyes start darting around. They always lose focus with me, which is great, because I know you're sincere about it. So you have these ideals, these virtues, these attributes in mind. Yes? Either this, or you can say yes. Okay, okay, good. The reason we have these particular values and virtues in mind, one of two reasons. Either we are constantly working on them, and they are important to us, or we realize how much we lack them, and we want them in our life, and they're important to us. Either way, they're important to us. The whole purpose of this, I call it a new year, new you sort of hypnosis process, is to give you each an idea of what it's like to actually feel those feelings, have those virtues inside of you, and to imagine going through your life with them. And if you like them, then they're going to be that much more available to you. Okay? Does all that make sense? Yes? Excellent. Are you ready? Okay. Get yourselves comfortable. I see some people are way ahead. So you sit in a comfortable position. I recommend that if you're in a chair, have something with your back supported, or at least your butt and your lower back against the chair. Your feet flat on the floor. If you cross your feet, you can do that, but your foot might go to sleep. If you have your hands resting comfortably, okay? Now, all you have to do is follow my instructions. That's it. You don't have to make anything happen. What's going to happen? It's going to happen. It's going to be great. All right? really slow, deep breath. Inhale deep. Good. Take another slow, deep breath, and when you exhale, go ahead and close your eyes. Good. Now with your eyes closed, take another slow, deep breath. As you exhale, let every bit of the world fall away. Put everything on hold. And notice now how your eyes are closed and they're comfortable. So focus on that comfort within the eyes. And as you focus on it, you can relax them even more, make them even more comfortable, feel even better. So just continue to focus on the eyes comfortably closed. For this moment, for right now, just pretend, imagine. Just suppose that you have taped the eyelids shut. You've locked them together. They're sealed tightly shut, and they're taped so securely and they're sealed so tightly that as hard as you can try, you know they're just going to stay closed. Now, if you want to, just for an instant, only a second, just prove it to yourself. So just briefly test it. You know you're absolutely safe, and stop testing. And now go even deeper. And all that means is just to focus more enjoyably. Because the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you go. So just keep going deeper. And focus more enjoyably and feel even better. In a moment I'll count from 3 down to 0. With every count, go 10 times deeper. Every count, focus 10 times more enjoyably and feel 10 times better. So starting now with 3, go 10 times deeper and focus even more enjoyably. Feel even better. 2, deeper still and feel even better. 1, go even further. You guys are doing great. And now go all the way, 0. And starting right now, any sound, any voice that you hear, either inside or out, just makes it easier and easier to focus only on my voice and to follow my instruction even easier. Anything that you feel, either inside or out, makes it easier and easier to focus only on my voice and to follow my instruction even easier. So nothing I say or do will disturb or distract you. And whatever I say just instantly becomes your experience. So what I say you think, in that moment, think that thought. What I say you feel, bring forth that feeling. What I say you know, you know. What I say you believe, you believe. And what I say that you can do, you can do. And starting right now, in fact, every breath you take will just guide you. So just notice how every breath just feels better than the one before. And just keep going deeper and focusing more enjoyably with every breath you take. You're doing perfectly. Very good. Now, as deep as you could go and as good as you could feel, there's always going to be a level that's deeper where you feel even better, where you're even more enjoyably focused. So go ahead right now and go to that deeper level. Just focus even more enjoyably and feel even better. Good. And when you're there, just take a moment, take a breath and just enjoy it. And then go even deeper. And find an even deeper level. And feel even better. And when you're there once again, just take a moment, take a breath. And feel even better. And and just keep going deeper and deeper. Knowing the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you go. So just keep going deeper and deeper, just like you're doing, and you're doing perfectly. Very good. Excellent. I want you to imagine in front of you is a door. And you know that what is beyond this door is a room in which you know amazing and incredible changes can take place. So you reach out and you open that door. And as you step through, you are now in this incredibly large room. Everything is dark or black so that nothing really stands out. There is lighting within this room, but it's all hidden and recessed, so everything's illuminated, but you can't see the source of the lighting. And you notice that there is a glass partition that separates the room in half. As you look through this glass partition, you see on the other side of the room a door which is exactly like the one that you entered. Now in a moment, not now, but in a moment that door is going to open. Stepping through that door is going to be a person who has all of the most positive qualities that you admire. All of the qualities of character, the virtues, the attributes that you look up to and would want most in yourself. This could be a person you know. It could be someone your mind just creates. And that door now opens. Stepping through, you see this person. And this person now walks to the center of the room. You see them through the glass partition. And now the room behind them just dissolves away, and you now watch this person with intense curiosity as they go through their day, demonstrating every one of the most positive qualities and attributes and virtues that you admire. Watch them as they interact with family and with friends, with people that they know. Watch them in the moments that they're alone, and still these virtues are just a part of them through every thought and word and action. Watch them especially as they go through the most stressful and challenging moments of their day, and still without fail these strengths, these qualities of character, these virtues and attributes are there. It's just a part of them. Watch them go through every moment of this day, demonstrating every one of these most positive qualities, these attributes, these virtues. Take your time, watch with intense curiosity every detail. When you've seen them go through every moment of their day demonstrating these virtues and attributes, nod your head, take your time. Good. Just keep watching. Good. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. Good. And now this person appears once again on the other side of that glass partition. They're turning to face you, and as they do, you notice the door from which they entered. It opens once again. And now stepping through that door is an exact duplicate of you. An exact replica of you. Walking through that door, and you see this exact duplicate of you walk to the center of the room and stand behind this person. And you know that on the count of 3, this exact duplicate of you will step right into this person's body. and absorb and take on every one of these qualities. You know that on the count of 3, this exact duplicate will step right into the very space that this person occupies and begin to demonstrate every one of the strengths and virtues that you most admire. 1, 2, 3, and you see this other you step in and stand taller. Watch this exact duplicate now move through their day, interacting with family, with friends, through every moment of their day, the very same day that you live every day. And they're demonstrating these strengths, these virtues, these qualities of character. A sense of focus, a sense of self-esteem and self-worth, a sense of strength and every other quality you most admire. Watch this exact duplicate of you interact with friends and family, people they know. Watch them even as they go through the quiet moments of their day, the same day you live every day. And these qualities are there, instantly, automatically. And now watch them. Watch this exact duplicate of you go through the most challenging moments, the most stressful events, and without fail, these strengths are there. Guiding them, encouraging them, keeping them strong, maintaining their focus, without fail. Watch with intense curiosity every detail of this day. When you've seen this exact duplicate of you go through the very same day you live every day, demonstrating these strengths and qualities, and nod your head and take your time. Watch, observe, and learn. Good. And continue to watch. Very good. Very good. Excellent. If you've seen this exact duplicate of you go through their day, watch them begin another day. And these qualities are there. Unfailing. Very good. This exact duplicate of you now appears on the other side of the glass partition. They're facing you. You see this glass partition slide away. And you're now face to face and eye to eye with the part of you who's been wanting and hoping and just cherishing for so long to meet you and guide you and give you strength. So you walk to the other side of the room and stand behind this other you. On the count of 3, you're going to step right into that body, to see through their eyes, to hear with their ears, to sense and feel the world exactly like they do. Every one of the strengths, qualities, the thought process, every part of it. 1, 2, 3, and as you step in, you see through new eyes. You hear with new ears. And you now sense and you feel the world now differently. Go now through every moment of your day, seeing what you would see, hearing what you would hear, sensing, feeling the world around you with these strengths guiding you at every moment. From the very moment you awaken, even before you place your feet on the floor. See what you would see, hear what you would hear, and sense and feel these strengths, these virtues, these qualities of character, guiding you and encouraging you, keeping you strong. Through every interaction with family, and with friends, with people you know. And these strengths are there. Go to those very quiet moments when you're alone and you can sense these strengths within you. go especially to those moments when you've been most challenged. And now you feel these strengths supporting you and encouraging you, strengths within you. Go to the day after that, and these strengths are still there. See what you would see, hear what you would hear. Sense, feel, and notice the world around you now. With these qualities of character guiding you and encouraging you and keeping you strong. And then go through the day after that. And then the day after that. Let the day start to move through your mind very quickly. And every day these strengths are there. One day right after another. Again, and again, and again, and again. Now you find yourself standing alone in this very large room. You walk to the side of the room from which you entered, and you see the glass partition slide now back into place. You feel these strengths within you. You walk to the door from which you entered, and as you open it and step out, these strengths are a part of you. And you see way off in the distance a great big, a very beautiful round zero. Focus on that zero. Put all of your attention to that very beautiful round zero, because in a moment I'm going to count from 5 down to 0, and when I begin to count, you begin to move toward that 0, and when I reach 0, then you reach that 0 and you pass into it, and then through it, and into the most enjoyable and the most incredible experience. You really can't wait to pass through there, so focus on it now totally. 5, you're moving toward it. And you want to get to it and through it as quickly as possible. 4, you're feeling anticipation, just eagerness growing more and more as you get closer and closer. 3, you realize what's through there is more amazing than you ever could imagine. And now your eagerness grows even more. 2, you're getting closer, and now you feel every part of you wanting to get through there. 1, you're almost there, you're so close. And 0, pass through it and just let it wash over you now. And through you just like waves. Incredible waves that pass through your body and through your mind. And now with every breath you feel a wave pass through you, and you feel even better. And as a wave rushes through you right now, anything you see now is so beautiful, so amazing. Another wave passes through you, and with it every sound becomes so enjoyable. It's like music, it's like laughter. You feel even better. Another wave passes through. Now every taste, every smell is so satisfying. And finally another wave rushes through you, and it turns every feeling and emotion into pleasure and joy. As you focus even more, you feel even better. So go ahead and focus everything now on this incredible experience. Because right now, I'm going to speak to the very deepest part of you. And you don't have to pay attention to my voice. You don't have to remember my words. I'm speaking to the subconscious mind. I'm speaking now to you, the subconscious mind. Starting right now, these strengths, these virtues, these qualities of character are a part of this person. Starting right now, every day that passes, this person will notice those strengths with every action, every thought, and every word. It happens automatically. Starting right now, as this person even remembers how they used to hold themselves back, they'll just say the words, "I'm not that person anymore." And these strengths grow stronger every moment. That's right. Starting now, At any time you even remember how you used to hold yourself back, you'll just say the words, I'm not that person anymore. And feel these strengths grow stronger every moment. So, in your mind, shout those words. As you think back upon how you held yourself back, you're not that person anymore. Shout those words when you think about how you used to make excuses for yourself and put yourself down. You're not that person anymore. You're stronger. You have something greater within you. And let those words repeat again and again in your mind. You are not that person anymore. You are stronger. You are guided by something greater. And it grows stronger and stronger every moment. Take this moment right now and just notice how your eyes are still sealed together. They're still locked down. They don't open even if you try. But notice now these strengths within you. Growing stronger and stronger every moment. They're a part of who you are. They're a part of your soul. They will never be stamped out and they can never be removed. That's right. You're not that person anymore. You are stronger. Now in a moment, not now, but in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, it may feel like just a moment passed. Your eyes will open wide awake, refreshed, feeling absolutely incredible. So in a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, you might feel like we just got started, but your eyes will open wide awake, refreshed, feeling absolutely amazing. Starting now with 1, we close the door to the subconscious mind. 2, energy now moving into the body. 3, take a deep, deep breath. Inhale deeply. 4, your chest is clear. Your throat is clear. Your sinuses, your head, your mind is clear. 5, eyes open, wide awake. Feel great. Feel wonderful. How you doing? Who's beaming? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. How was that? Okay, let's do a little test. Think about when you put yourself down once, that time. Notice as you think about it how easy it is to say, I'm not that person anymore. Feel that strength. Got it? Feel it? Got it? Okay, good. All right. Think about any other time you allowed someone to, you accepted someone else's BS when you shouldn't have. And now say, I'm not that person anymore. Feels good, doesn't it? Yes? Seems yes, buddy. All right. Questions, comments, observations? Anyone want to just share something of their experience? You're certainly welcome to. Who felt good about this? Excellent, good. Does anyone have anything you want to share? You don't have to. It's just wide open. Okay. Well, you know, because you're here, you're not somewhere else. So you had to sacrifice to be here. I want to thank you for making that sacrifice. I hope I made it worthwhile. And I always like to remind people that just because we don't know when we're going to die, we think life is an inexhaustible well. Yet everything that happens, it's only going to happen a few times and a very short number at that. So you don't know how many times you're going to step out and actually see a full moon. Could be a dozen times, could be 50. It's a limited number. So I want you to just notice that, how precious every moment is. And when it comes the right time, just remember, you're not that person anymore. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you.